Welcome to another day of How to ABL. Today is 10/7/2023. It is shock season, and today is open day, so we're going to do a head-to-head comparison between Tier 4 Doctor Strange and Tier 4 Luna. We'll start with Doctor Strange. Let me explain a few things here, and then I'm going to show you the rotation in action. Then we'll do the same with Luna, and if you stick around after the video, I'll give you additional information like the teams I'm using and why, and how my characters are built. So, Doctor Strange's rotation. The first thing I want to point out is neither character can cancel today, so you're actually going to use a striker cancel. The best striker for ABL seems to be Thor. I have him Tier 4 with Rage, so he does not only really good on ABL, but he's also the cancel option for both characters, which means when you're picking up the orbs to get the Odin Force, at the very first orb of both sets, only use 7 once, because there's not enough time to recharge it for the cancel on when he jumps center, which is right around the time the second orb comes out. Doctor Strange's rotation is as follows. 5, you're going to delay cancel. Ground turns red. He just does this little pop of energy. Then 3, 2, 4, 1. The 4 is delayed. You're putting your hand out, and the hand comes back. Then you do your 1. I like to then do auto attacks, and then you do another cycle of 3, 2, 4, 1. Both of those are going to be amplified by the 5. The ground stays with the effects of the spell from 5, so you actually get amplification on both, which is cool. Every other rotation, then, 6 will be ready with 5. So 6 needs to be cast right away to keep the rotation tight and keep your procs on. If for some reason you are delayed, you can cancel 6 instantly into 5. You don't get the images, but you do get some of the buffs. You will get more out of it if you let the 6 play out, but then your procs could slip off. So you do need to adjust his play a little bit and keep his rotation really nice and tight. Let me show you that in action, and then we'll see what he can do for today. And just in case I don't score as high as I did before, I'll tell you what I usually score with him after playing him about 15 times today. All right, let's go. Doctor Strange, right away, we're going to do 5. 3, 2, 4. Watch his hand. Goes out, and then it retracts. 1. Do some auto attacks, and then instantly do 3, 2, 7, 4. Again, his hand comes out, comes back, do 1, 6 right away. See how the cooldown on the proc's still there? 5, 3, 2, 4. Look at those procs. Keep that 7. Remember, we need that for canceling. Do some auto attacks in here. Now, the ground is going to go away before. Let's use 7 as soon as he's targetable. 3, 2, 4. 1, 6 right away. Now, watch this. 5, 3, 2, 4, 7. He's going to dash. 1 auto attack. See the ground? Now, watch. These are amplified. 3, 2, 4. That's what you want. And then 1. Now we're going to run and grab this. As I'd mentioned with that 6, we're going to cancel that into the 5 here. Just keep the procs on. See how the procs are on? That's important or your score is going to go down. Auto attacks. It really does help to do these auto attacks as fillers. And then 1, 6 right away. Even though the last orb is dropping and technically you could save it for that, luckily it fell on me. I don't run and chase that. I try to keep the rotation tight so I can keep the procs on, and that does score more for him, it seems. 6 right away. 5, 3, 2, 7, 4. And I actually had my 4 canceled because he's dashed away. That does hurt the score, but you got to work with what you get. All right, we're going to pick this up. 6, 5, 7, 3, 2, 4. That's the only 7 I can use. Now I want to save it. Remember, that's the first orb of the second set. And then 3, 2, 4. 1. All right, he's jumping center. I'm going to use a 6 cancel here, so I'm going to do 6, 5, 7, because as soon as he's targetable, we can use that for the cancel. And now we're going to go back to our regularly scheduled program. All right, 3, 2, 4. I'm going to try to run in that direction already since I can move and keep the 4 on him, which I did. All right. Get that orb. 3, 2, 4. Get that 6 ready. 1 right into 6. 5, 7, 3, 2, 4. 1 auto attacks. Last orb. 3, 2, 4. Those are amplified. That's good. 1. Get your 6 right away while your skills are on cooldown still. 5, 7, 3, 2, 4. 1. 3, 2, 4. You can move around to get away from being attacked because that is going to hurt your score. 6 right away. 5, 7, 3, 2, 4. Here we go. And there we go. So, Yeah, that's actually the highest I scored today. I got really close to 10 million before. So this is about the most Doctor Strange can do for me, for my account. Let me show you Luna now. And as you can see, that second score is Luna, by the way. So Luna does outscore him still. 10.1 million is still an incredible score. And you might not have the seasonal uniform for Luna. So maybe Doctor Strange would be the best bet for you. But anyway, let me go ahead and grab Luna. Luna actually might outscore the score because I've gotten 11 million before today. Now it is Luna Snow's turn. Luna Snow will also be using Thor as the striker to do the cancel. So remember, when you pick up the first orb, you can only use it once and save your 7 for canceling on the second orb. Aside from that, you can pretty much use your 7 as soon as it's ready. Her rotation, it's pretty much 5-4-3. You delay it until she points at the sky, and then that will cause ice to fall. If you cancel it too soon, that doesn't happen, so she doesn't do as much damage. 2, 1, and 6 are all instantly cancelable. They can even go in the middle of the 5-4-3. I always start out with a 2-1-5-4-3. So let me show you that in action, and we'll give you additional information on the team-ups afterwards, because she does have a unique team-up. She is the lead right now. So 1-2-5-4-3. I'll use that co-op skill if I can. There's the 1, there's the 2. Just as soon as they're ready, use them. Remember, her 4 does cause you to dash, so you want to use that wisely to like pick up stuff or get out of the way of attacks. But you got to be careful, because if you move too far away from him and you're not able to cancel, save your 7. It's going to affect your score. So let me go ahead and pick up this orb. He's going to jump center. As soon as he's targetable, use your 7. So use the 7 right away. 5, 4, 3, 6, 1, 2. Probably could have started with the 1, 2, but that's okay. Thor does have a pretty long window for shock. So using it as soon as he's targetable, you don't have to wait for him to lift his sword. Alright, 5, 4, 3, 6, 2, 1. Should have used the 2 to get this. Come back. 1, 2, 7, 5, 4, 3. This is how it feels kind of spammable, but look at those procs. They will stay pretty close, especially if you stay up on that 5, 4, 3. And make sure you use that 6 as soon as possible. The 6 is instantly cancelable. Alright, I'm going to pick up that. I'm going to come back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. 5, 4, 7, 6, 3, because 6 was ready, so you don't have to wait until 3 is done. Use it as soon as it's ready. Remember, I can only use 7 one time when I pick up the next orb, because Oathn Force is going away, and we're not going to have enough time to charge up twice. Okay, I'm going to use my 2. Oh, I already got that orb. Cool. So I'm going to save my 7 this time. 7's about to come up on charge. There it is. I'm going to save it. 1, 2, 5, 4, 6, 3. 1, 2. He's about to jump center. Go ahead and pick up that orb, and I'm going to start out as soon as he's targetable. 7, 1, 2, 5, 4, 3. Also using the 7 first. Not only is it going to get the cancel in, but it's also going to allow me to use that 1, 2 to charge it back up, so I can use it again right there. Use the 6 before the 3 because it was ready. Okay, pick up this orb. 1, 2, 5, 3. 1, 2. Very spammy character. Not quite like Magneto, Spamnito, or Jean. They really are spam, spam, spam. She has that 5, 4, 3 together, which you want to keep together and keep it pretty tight. Inside the procs if you can. See how I use that 2 to pick that up? Okay. This is the final part here. Let's see how high we can get her to go today. Remember, taking damage does take away from your score, so it's important that if you can, you do want to try to not get hit. Ha! I did not score as much as I thought I was going to. So earlier today, I did that 10.8 million with her, and in the past, for Open Day today, I have done 11 million. That is the most I've ever done with her. So as you can see, the score is pretty close, but that score, that top score there, is the 10.8 million does belong to Luna Snow. Now let's talk about how my teams are built, how my account's built, who I'm using, why I'm doing the weird team, and just remember, spam characters like Luna, especially if procs fall off, the score will vary. So anyway, let me show my cards. You can pause it if you want to see. The only thing I'll point out is I have 16% Pierce. Pierce is important for ABL. I will do more when I have more Pierce. Here are my X swords really quick. Again, pause it if you want to read them. I just think it's important to show how accounts are built. Doctor Strange, right now, he is only rank 7. I did have him at rank 4 for a while. Here are his overall detail pages. Okay. All the important stuff is capped. Over here, I have all gear is Odin's Blessings, and everything is amplified. So he does have one of the best builds out of every character in my account. He has the best build. All the stuff, of course, is maxed out. ISO 8 set overdrive maxed out. He does have a type instinct match of justice with his own artifact, and it is a 5-star plus 20. It's awesome to have additional stuff. So cool. Custom gear, he has a brilliant rage, and it is in rage, which is the best option. His uniform is mythic. All of his uniforms are mythic with all mythic options. So that's Doctor Strange. He's got an incredible build. Then over here with Luna, she has a pretty decent build. So she has this going on. Okay. Everything's capped like it should be. Do note here in details, you can see that she has ability leadership with that little shield. That's important when we talk about White Fox as a support. Keep that in mind. All of her stuff is also amplified, but not everything's an Odin's Blessing. Everything is either a 6-star Uru or an Odin's Blessing. Skills are, of course, all capped out, and like I was mentioning, we are using Thor as the striker for today, just because of the cancel ability there. She has rank 5 for her type. She has a Power of the Angry Hulk. Everything's maxed out there. She also has a Justice Matching type artifact. It is only 6 plus 6 instead of a plus 20, and it is only a 3-star. It does amplify her damage. It increases cold damage by 20% of cold resist. So it does do a little extra damage for her. She also has a Brilliant Rage. It's actually rolled a little bit better. And she has a mythic uniform as well. Not all of her options are mythic. 2 of her attack options are normal because they're paywall uniforms. So just pointing that out. So those are the 2 characters that we're going head to head. And Luna does have a little bit of an edge. It's not a huge edge. You know, it's a couple 100,000. I will tell you, though, Luna consistently scored higher for me after testing multiple times today to see who would fit better. Now, you have a lot of different options. You could do like a Misty Knight leadership. You could do a Shuri leadership. You could do a Fury leadership for open day today. All of those are viable options for Luna. However, I noticed that putting her into this front position, there is nothing that she's giving for leadership. But neither of these characters have leadership options either. So using this team up, what Coulson does here, Coulson gives hero allies this guaranteed 20% critical rate. This doesn't help Strange, but it does seem to help Luna and ABX and ABL. A lot of people are using this. That's why I'm using this team up. He also does a 45% basic damage dealt. Now, you combine that with White Fox, which both characters actually have an insight, because I think they're both worth an insight, especially White Fox. White Fox has this characters with leadership. Remember I said, Luna has leadership? 65% damage dealt. Damage dealt I consider to be one of the best skills in the game. As we mentioned here, we do have the insight and the uniform. Lifestyle Series 2 actually has a uniform buff. You don't need the uniform to have her awesome leadership passive support, but this gives superhero allies 15% all basic attacks, 10% chain hit, and ignore target dodge rate by 30%. So there is a bonus from the uniform on top of that. So this is really, really solid team for Luna, and in my opinion, this is the meta option for today. Unfortunately, Doctor Strange has not replaced her, but it is really close. If they would have bumped Doctor Strange, it probably would have. I'm massively disappointed in Doctor Strange's power, but I did want to showcase him and showcase that he is fairly powerful. Now, with Doctor Strange, you will notice that I was using him as the lead, and I was double supporting him. So I was using Fury as a support, and I was using Valkyrie as a support. Now, you could use Shuri instead of Fury. It doesn't really matter which one you're using. The main thing you're doing here is he has a self-lead of 45% increase of energy attack and ignores target's dodge by 20%. So he has that self-leadership. With Valkyrie, you're picking her because of her 55% damage dealt. Now, this is with her shield mating of Alsgard. So I don't think it's as high without, so keep that in mind if you have better support options. That 55 is probably about as high as you can go with Doctor Strange. I have looked at Wong. Wong with his newest uniform gives a 53, so it's better to use Valkyrie and Fury, who also gives a 55, and he gives hero allies superior armor increase of all basic defenses. It doesn't help a lot, but remember, damage that you take does bring your score down. So I feel like this is a better option than Shuri. Shuri, with her newest uniform, also gives a 55% damage dealt. So between the two of them, that's 110% extra damage dealt. So whatever damage is done is amplified by 110%. So that's the reason I built the teams that I did. Those are the two options that I think you have for today. Since it's open day, you can pretty much use whoever you want. So other options you could use besides for Luna and Doctor Strange, which in my opinion, it's Luna Snow, then Doctor Strange with their most recent uniforms. I also have a brilliant CTP of Rage on Jean Grey. Jean Grey is another very viable option for today, as is Magneto. So I would say, in my opinion, it's probably Luna, Magneto, Doctor Strange, Jean Grey, Black Bolt. Those are the top meta, in my opinion, for today, from what I've seen in the testing I've done with my account. Anyway, hopefully this was useful to you and you liked watching this. As always, thanks for watching, and may your ABL scores be as high as possible. I'll catch you in the next one.